JBN, we keep you informed. Jodian Fearon's mom, among nearly 200 Jamaicans flying home Wednesday. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items. Portia Horton, the mother of the late Jodian Fearon, whose heartbreaking death in April stirred national outrage, will be among just under 200 Jamaicans returning from the United States under the controlled re-entry program on Wednesday. Fearon died at the University Hospital of the West Indies on April 25, 6 hours after delivering her baby at the Spanish Town Hospital in St. Catherine. Police and administrative investigations have been launched into whether neglect or criminal negligence led to her demise. 2 flights carrying just under 100 Jamaicans each will leave New York and Miami on Wednesday bound for Jamaica. Both are fully booked, 96 Jamaicans in each flight, all returning having gone through our process with our overseas missions. That is our Consulate General in Miami, our Consulate General in New York, and our Embassy in Washington, which have worked together with the Consular Department in Kingston to identify the vulnerable and hardship cases and those persons facing particular challenges to return to Jamaica. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Kamina Johnson-Smith, told a virtual media briefing yesterday. Those on these first 2 flights will be a mixture of students, seasonal hotel workers, and others with emergencies. They will be quarantined for 14 days on their arrival in Jamaica. Those traveling via JetBlue flights on Wednesday fall in certain categories: medical reasons, death in the family, young children at home, running out of money and accommodation, and so on. Consul General in Miami Oliver Mayer said that the Jamaican Embassy in Washington, D.C., as well as consulates in New York and Miami, worked assiduously to get locals back home. Some Jamaicans were disappointed not to make the first few flights, but will be accommodated on others set for June. Not everyone who wants to go could go down, but we are happy that some movement has started, he said. It is understood that the returning Jamaicans accepted under the controlled re-entry program will pay their own airfare. The Jamaican Embassy and consulates in New York and Miami have been in constant touch with Jamaicans who have been stranded in the United States since Jamaica closed its borders in March. In the meantime, Prime Minister Andrew Holness downplayed claims by some of the 120 Jamaicans who returned to the island last week, the first cohort under the controlled re-entry program, that they were not treated properly on their return. We heard that there was distress as it relates to persons traveling and to not having any food here. We should have thought of that. That should have been in place, and just this morning I was informed that a walkthrough was done to make sure that everything is considered, because we want to make sure that our Jamaicans feel happy to be back home, said Holness. The idea was that it would have been a quick process of deboarding, coming, being checked and put on the bus and moved straight to the hotel where they would have been refreshed. But there were some issues as it relates to paperwork, ensuring that they were properly documented from the Ministry of Health perspective, and that created an unfortunate delay, the Prime Minister said. The government set up the Jam COVID-19 app through which Jamaicans seeking to return home under the controlled re-entry program could apply. Jamaica's ambassador to the United States, Audrey Marks, said in a Facebook post yesterday that persons with the most urgent cases would be on the flights this week. I want to assure you that every Jamaican citizen wanting to return home is a priority, and the government of Jamaica has been working tirelessly to get each of you home safely, Marks said. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember, subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.